Here we are, live for possibly one last time before this beautiful NBA season comes to a close. And Michael, you've rejoined us. The New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals. Congratulations.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Take us through your emotions as the New York Knicks play in the NBA Finals in just, 26 hours?
Yeah. Like I texted you guys before, I'm supremely confident, and it's kind of scary to me. None of the teams that I've ever rooted for have been good, ever. The Mets made it to the semifinals like 3 years ago, and that was it. And the Jets are horrible. The Knicks have been horrible my entire life until Jalen Brunson decided that the Knicks were home, and it's been a wonderful time. Can't
That's
wait
it?
for this
Happy for you,
finals to
Mike.
start.
What about the 2008 Jets?
I was 8. You think I remember that?
All right, fair enough. We're also rejoined by NBA experts Ali and Matt. Welcome back to the show, guys. All right, so let's, we've got a lot of time here to play with tonight. So we've got conference finals. Let's start with the one that, maybe wasn't the most interesting. Michael, lead us off with your takes about this series. What did you see out of the Knicks? And we're going to talk about just this series, and we'll get into the predictions. You can say maybe how this will affect the next series, but, don't spoil your pick early. We did a bad job at that last time.
Yeah, this was just after game 1, Knicks down 22 with like 7:40 or 7:50 left in the game. Come back and win. I kind of figured it was going to be a sweep or 5 games. They dominated. They were sluggish to start that game, and then just Jalen went nuclear, and that was kind of the end of the series. Seemed like the Cavs quit. At the end of game 3, they quit, and then they played well for the first half of game 4, and then that was kind of it for them. If you're a Cavs fan, I don't know what more you expected from this season after their midseason acquisitions. And like going forward for them, I don't know really what you do. You were the only team in the second apron this year. They're probably not going to be in second apron next year. They probably will have to shed some money to get out. But yeah, the Knicks dominated them. Jalen's best player in the series, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and he shot 18% from 3. So that tells you about his dominance in every other part of the game.
Okay, fair enough. Ali, you made a face there. What's the reaction to the Knicks sweeping the Cavs? What is that, 11 games in a row, Michael?
11 games in a row. Net rating of like 22.
Okay.
Absolutely dominating games. In closeout games, they have a differential of 32 points, I think.
Sorry.
Beside the face. Oh, was it
That's
yawn?
crazy. Wow.
I'm going to be honest. I can't say I watched a single second of this series, and I don't regret that. I was obviously box score watching, and all my friends from Ohio, some of their boyfriends are like from Cleveland. So I got to see like some crash outs on stories and stuff, which was funny. I'm kind of not surprised that this was a pretty dominant sweep. Game 1 seemed like it was good. I wouldn't know because I didn't watch. But I kind of think this was pretty obvious that it was going to be 4 or 5, like you had said. And
who did you have in the series beforehand? Who did you pick?
I think last time I picked Knicks in 5. I thought.
I think you guys both picked Knicks in 5. I'm going to pick Knicks in 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Did you? No.
Sorry.
End the show.
Yeah, the Knicks are in the finals, and that's kind of all I got to say. That's it.
You're just haters.
No, I'm not. I picked them. This was a great series, and the I kind of thought it was funny how like Chalamet and whatever were showing up to Cleveland, like Ohio, best city, best state ever. So yeah,
They probably flew that night home or to Vegas. They did not spend a night in Cleveland, but
I don't know if Ohio's top 45.
they
you would go North or South Dakota over it.
Yeah,
got the Badlands. Come on.
Murph, your take on this wonderful series?
Yeah, I feel like I glazed the Knicks a lot last time. Mikey, you weren't here for that, but I stood in for you as the Knicks fan of the show. Yeah, is it like an overreaction to say this is like the best offensive team that we've ever seen in the playoffs?
Yes.
Statistically, no.
Thank
Analytically,
you, yeah, analytically. In the words of the late great Kenny Atkinson, this is analytically.
How did he not get fired?
I don't know.
Unfortunately for Cleveland fans, he is not the late great. He is just the great.
He'll be late soon enough, I feel. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to say beyond what hasn't already been said. I talked last time, Mikey, that like this Knicks team had like the greatest offensive rating in the playoffs of any team ever. And they also have now like the greatest point differential of any playoff team ever. Their overall point differential is plus 234. And the previous team that had that was the Golden State Warriors in 2017. So that just shows like just how dominant this team has been. It's like
they lost one game in the playoffs. So it's like the greatest team ever assembled, right?
Yeah,
2 games in the playoffs.
it was that team. Like I'm pretty sure that was like the 73-9 team as well. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I don't know if that was 2017 or 18, but yeah, I mean they're on that level of just dominance in these playoffs. I don't know. Splits wise, like Cat was great. Brunson couldn't make a 3 to save his life.
Except
even
for
when he
game
was
one
like,
when it mattered.
yeah, I mean
That
he made
run
him
was
counter, I
like-
guess.
That run was insane. I know, Al, you said you didn't watch. I don't know if either the other two of you were watching the end of or the fourth quarter of game one. It was like the greatest show of shot making from him I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
I watched like OT in that game when the Knicks were already like on track to win. But yeah, that was just a complete collapse by Cleveland, which is sad. Which I don't know what like Cleveland even does at this point.
I was
Like,
gonna say, bro, like they're like gonna extend James Harden.
Yeah,
Doesn't
they're
seem like
stuck with
LeBron's
him.
gonna go there. I mean, he could, but like,
Got for Mobley.
That makes both teams worse, I think.
We were just talking like the exact same guy.
Basically, yeah.
I
I think it has to be Mitchell going somewhere else, right?
I think
I'm
so.
sure
I
we'll
think
get
you just
something this summer of.
you just got to sell high on Mitchell right now and just completely like tear everything down, build around Mobley. You know,
But like,
Jared Allen.
who even wants Mitchell? Like the Miami Heat, and you hope they give you a pick back, like with this new lottery.
Houston, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston, true.
That'd be
That's
fun.
a good team. Minnesota, maybe. I don't know if that's good either, actually.
I got a hot take. I think nothing's gonna happen.
I agree. I don't think they can do anything. I don't think that they want to move off of Mitchell. And he's gonna do the same thing that he did in Utah, where he's gonna ask out a year too late. He should be asking out right now. He's gonna do it next year after they do nothing and flame out again. Maybe they get like more shooting off the bench or better role players, because can someone confirm, like I'm assuming Dean Wade and like Sam Merrill and Jaden Tyson, whichever brother is in the NBA, was not that good this series, I'm assuming.
Dean Wade was
They were all
decent.
terrible. No. Dean
I
Wade
mean-
played like 6 minutes a game. He made in game one, I think he made 2 threes or 3 threes, but after that he was not good.
Did Schroeder, the other kid,
Schroeder was bad, and then he got hurt.
Oh.
and Sam Merrill was horrible. So
What about
Their
Keon
bench is
Ellis? Did
not
he play
deep.
at all?
no, like spot minutes, but
Yeah, that's what
No.
I think, that they package two of those together and maybe like a second round pick and hope that they can get a better 6-man back.
well, yeah, I don't really understand what their deal was this playoffs. Like last year going into the playoffs, I remember talking about on this podcast how they played 10 guys or 11 guys throughout the year, so everyone was healthy and everyone was in rhythm by the time they got to the playoffs. And then in this series and this playoffs, they played like 6.5 guys.
I mean, you're right, but they also like they played 14 games before they got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like that fatigue was going to catch up to them at some
Yeah,
point, even after that
definitely.
first series. Who did they even play in the first? Oh, the Raptors.
The
The Raptors.
That was
an
a crazy
awesome
good
series.
series. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That was
so
a
they
great
were probably
series, yeah.
tired. Yeah. I don't know. That's a team that I don't want to be the owner of them because you're kind of stuck, I feel like.
I
Cleveland.
think you just got to go nuclear. Honestly, I know they're not going to do that, but I
Well,
hope
they
they
can't
just.
really go for it again. Like unless they think like we will win the finals this year, they can't be in the second apron again, or else their
Yeah,
picks
aren't
get
they?
frozen.
They
They can't
can't
make
even
trades. Like
they can't even aggregate contracts,
they
right? 'Cause-
can't aggregate salaries. Yeah,
yeah, so they're kind of
they're in a
stuck.
tough spot here.
Yeah,
Well, this
What
was
about-
the year they were going for it, like, and
when-
it didn't work. So it's like, well, you tried, and now
yeah.
And then they
just
like
it didn't work.
they were digging their own grave with Darius Garland to begin the year, and then they shot themselves in the foot trading for James Harden. Like it was just compounding issues with that trade and making them more expensive and having a shorter window.
But the thing is, though, if they still have Darius Garland, they're probably in the exact same spot that they're in right now, maybe even not getting out of that Pistons series.
yes, but you could sell yourself on trading Donovan Mitchell and being like, we still have this young,
True.
athletic point guard and not James Harden.
True.
What if you trade Dennis Schroeder or Jared Allen? Both owed
Jared
like
Allen, I think, would get some calls for sure.
35 mil combined.
Yeah.
Well, they can't aggregate, though. That's a thing. Since they're in the second apron, they can only trade one player at a time.
Well, I'm saying you trade both of them in separate trades.
Oh. I don't know.
How
Schroeder's
much
Yeah.
money is Jared Allen making, Colin?
20.
He's making a
It goes to 28 next year, and then
Yeah,
30, then 32.
Oh,
Donovan is extension eligible this offseason. So
I'm pretty sure this was exactly what it was in his like second to last year in Utah. Was he going to re-sign the thing, and then he didn't, but then or whatever. I don't know. I just think the same exact thing is going to happen, that he's going to ask out a year too late, and his value is going to be kind of tanked.
I would like to see him go to the Heat. All right, we spent too much time on this sad Cavs team. Let's move on to the Western Conference, where we had true cinema. Actually, wait, one more point on the East Conference. Michael, if this were the Celtics, we'd be saying Mickey Mouse run, Eastern Conference is
Would we?
terrible. I think we would. Your response to these allegations.
what else do you want them to do?
Thank you.
Like they just dominated everyone. So like
That's what the 24
It can-
Celtics did too, and y'all were
it
still
can be
talking.
it can be Mickey Mouse and you can dominate. They didn't dominate as much as the Knicks.
Fair. All right,
The 24
Western
Celtics
Conference.
were not doing this. Go ahead, Colin. Sorry.
We'll move it on. We were here. We streamed after game one, but we had 6 more games of this amazing series. I think this series truly kind of brought me back to the NBA sphere. Like I'm actually excited for the finals after watching this series. The Spurs take down the Thunder. Murph, we were together watching Game 7. Some of the games I had on the background, but really it was Game 1 and 7 bookends that were really the cinematic pieces of this series. We'll kick it to you, Allie. What's your takeaways here? And don't try and be too negative on our guy, friend of the program, Chet Holmgren. He's got a rough people coming after him right now. So let's start with the positives. Tell me about San Antonio in this series.
This was the fact that they're this young, playing this well in these high stakes. Watching Stephon Castle, I think it's really impressive how he goes off of 2 feet. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. Like he was really good at landing on 2 feet, really good at going off of 2 feet. And that's why he's able to be so athletic and have so much burst, because he's not putting as much whatever on one of his legs. He's so impressive, such a good defender. De'Aaron Fox was a little disappointing, I think, but obviously he was not healthy, which sucks. Dylan Harper off the bench, amazing. Wembenyama, obviously. I'm gonna be honest, after that performance, like him playing 40 minutes consistently, maybe not in game 5 or whatever, like he might be the best player in the world. I'm gonna be completely honest. He is so fun to watch. I love the passion that he was showing. I know some people found it cringe, but then all of a sudden I was crying too. Um, anyways,
Is that an exaggeration, or were you actually crying?
no, I was a little high, and it was just like seeing him cry. I was like, man, this is awesome. But
You love to see it.
what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, that Luke Cornett block, man, what a great highlight that was. Vassell,
Nick always the Nick?
awesome. Yeah, Kelly, that and who's the other one? Mason Plumlee,
Mac?
or Miles Plumlee. That was, I didn't like that. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
But we
Wemby calling in the hit?
Yeah, we can talk about that maybe after. But Champagny too was like their unsung hero this series. Hit the most clutch shots whenever they needed him. They're just a really fun team to watch, and they play really well together, and they're clearly very well coached too. And this was just, I watched every single game, I think. Maybe I turned whichever one the OKC blowout was, I turned that off pretty quickly. But this was a great series to watch, and I feel like this is one of those that I'll remember for a while. Like, we're going to talk about this series like we do the Cavs Warriors 2016 finals.
Michael?
Yeah.
Well, actually, we'll go to Murph first. Murph, your thoughts on this, at least the Spurs aspect of this.
Nah, I mean, Wemby was awesome. There's nothing really to say. Like, the numbers back it up. He was just like 27-11, 48, 40, 89. Fox, I know he had a couple stinkers in like games 4 and 5. But game 7, like I was like watching it, and like he was out there doing everything. And then I looked at the box score, and he only had like 15 points, and it felt like it felt like he had like at least like 25. Like he played really, really well in that game 7. So it's kind of like Drew Holiday, like 2024 Celtics vibes, where it's just like not like a crazy box score, but like you're watching the game and he's just like out there like doing everything and is like a huge part of the team's success. So yeah, all around. Keldon Johnson, another guy who was kind of inconsistent throughout the series, showed up in some big moments. So respect to him. And then Julian Champagny was like, I think the honestly like hero of this game, if not Wemby, because it's obviously Wemby, but if it had to be someone else, that was just like amazing. He's been really like crucial for them throughout these whole playoffs, like mainly this series, because this is the first like real test the Spurs have had. And it was great all around. This is a super fun team to watch. I'm glad that they're the ones we get to watch more of, and we don't have to watch the Thunder much longer.
Michael, quick hit on the Spurs. If anything, were you watching a lot of the series in anticipation, or too overjoyed to check this? Okay. You never know.
No, I definitely wasn't as intently watching this one as the other one, obviously. But once the next series finished out, I was able to check in on all these games. The Spurs, I feel like they're just, I don't know if this playoffs could have turned out any better for them. Like, even if they lose in the finals, I think this is obvious like massive victory of a season for them. With the like development of Dylan Harper and Steph Castle and Wemby, obviously. But I feel like at least going into the playoffs, we knew what we were going to get from Wemby. Like, he did it in the Olympics. Like, people always say he's young and whatever, but he's been on the world stage for so long. The Olympics 2 years ago were massive, I think, for him and his development and playing in these huge games. But for Dylan Harper, Steph Castle, like Champagne's older, but still like his first taste of the playoffs. Like these guys have played extremely well, semi-inconsistent, but if you get the games like that Dylan Harper played in Game 7 and massive threes in the fourth quarter, I think he hit 2, like one sidestep one that was insane in the last couple minutes. Keldon Johnson hit a few massive threes in the fourth quarter of that game. Like this team can beat anyone. And obviously throughout this whole year, they had the Thunder's number. Like they are the boogeyman of the Thunder. And I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that, but like this finals is going to be awesome. Like you said, I don't think anyone other than Thunder fans really wanted the Thunder to win this series. And I think this is the finals that the NBA and like most casual fans wanted.
Well, maybe people might have had money on the Thunder. You know, you never know out there, but besides that, maybe. All right.
Way to rub it in and remind me that I lost money.
I didn't even know that. It's all right. Now, Oklahoma City Thunder. They just won the NBA championship last season. You know, young core. It was last year the worst year that they're ever going to have. But it looks like there's just a trend of you win a finals and then all of a sudden they did make it to the conference finals. So there is that. They made it farther than the Celtics, Nuggets, and Bucks. But what's next for Oklahoma City where Jalen Williams' contract kicks in next year, Chet Holmgren's contract kicks in next year? It's looking, Allie, we'll go to use our chat representative. What's the best case?
First of all, I gotta say,
it's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, but before I get to that, I think that was the best game I've seen Shea play. Besides those 2 times where he did the stupid little pump fake and then got the foul call, like flopping bitch ass. I thought it was really good, and he just completely dominated and stepped up when his team needed him most. And it was really fun watching him play, even though I kind of like knew the whole time that they weren't going to win and they just didn't have it, but it was still fun watching him play.
Really? Why'd you think that? I actually thought it was like I was like, oh, this is just going to be the Thunder pulling it out.
When they cut it to the Spurs went up 11 with like 3 or 4 minutes left in the third, and I was like, this is just I feel like the third quarter is when the Thunder would have gotten the lead and they didn't. So I just felt, I don't know. But yeah, before I talk about Chet, that J-Dub contract is rough too, because that hamstring is like fried. He injured the same one like 3 times this season, and that is not 4 times. Like that is not good, and that's a lot of money to be paying to a guy. I know he was very good in their finals run last year where he was also injured, which is crazy, but that is a lot of money to be paying for a guy who's just not completely reliable. And he's young too, and that's a bit of a concern that he's already having a lot of injury trouble. And he's 23 or 24, maybe 22. That's a little, 25. I don't know. 25.
I think that game 1 was really like what changed the series. Him playing, I think it was his first game of the playoffs, that game 1. He played like 42 minutes in that double overtime game. Like running too. And then I think in game 2 he played like 4 minutes or something like that.
I think that they have to keep him, and they probably should. It's just that's one to think about for sure. Other pieces like Caruso was really good this series. I know he wasn't maybe shooting it the best outside of like game 1 and 2 or whatever, but he was still, I thought, really good, really valuable. McCain was pretty good off the bench for them too, and I think that he stepped up in AJ Mitchell's absence as like a ball handler and playmaker for them. And my man Chet, like I don't even really know what to say, because this was like Ben Simmons level, like lost his confidence. Like that was just so, like, he's seeing everything that's being said about him right now too, and that's got to be making it worse for him. Like that is rough for a young player to really know, like if he gives you 18 and 8, and he's not as passive on offense and he's just shooting it, even if he's missing, they probably win that game or at least come way closer than they did. I don't know what you say. If that's what we're thinking is the Western Conference Finals for the next 5 years, they're gonna lose every time because he just cannot do it with Wemby. It's clearly mental for him. And I don't know. I don't think that they'll trade him, but I think they should think about it or maybe trade one of him or J-Dub and see what they can get back. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I honestly I feel bad for Chet, even though I feel like I shouldn't because he's like a fucking billionaire. Like, who cares? But this is to just get owned by like your biggest rival on the biggest stage like this is rough.
Yeah, and like the whole like it's a mental thing with Wemby. Like I feel like that was kind of true like all series. Like I don't think anybody or any of us like thought going into the series it was going to be like a real tough matchup. Like we knew Wemby was going to eat his lunch like before game 1. But there were times like even in like especially in that game 7 where like Wemby wasn't even within like 10 feet of him and he was just passing the ball away just as soon as he got it, just like kicking it to the corner. And it's just, I don't know. I agree. It's just like a complete mental thing. And I don't know. And like the whole thing of Alex Caruso having like the worst game of like his entire life in this game 7, like you have to do that because your second option on your team isn't even like he's not even looking at the basket when he gets the ball. Like I don't know, the fact that he was so bad makes me almost like not want to overreact to anything and just kind of like because he was like a 20 and 10 all-star. Like he was coming off like the best like
Third team All NBA too. Like
yeah,
and
like
Jalen Duren, hell of a big man duo on the third
Yeah.
team.
yeah. Like he was so good all season. So it's just like maybe like something like he had something personal going on that just like freaked him out. I don't know. Or like I have no idea really like where you go from here. Like I think Chet isn't like the biggest problem. Like I think also like the J-Dub injuries, like not only with like his hamstring, but like I think he had like a wrist injury too, like independent that kept him out of some games, which is like very concerning. I think like they need like more wing depth maybe because they have like plenty of guard depth, like, and Hartenstein is like a solid like backup guy, but I don't know if you keep him. So I don't know like who's like a viable fit, and like they have like they have a lottery pick in this draft, and I don't know, they have that guy Thomas Sorber, who's coming up. So I don't know, like it's as far as like the overall direction of this team, like on one hand I'm like you don't overreact, but then at the same time it's like you have to do everything like very perfectly, you know. I don't know.
Did you guys see Cason Wallace's comments in his like exit interview?
No.
He said like they asked him about signing a contract extension. And he was basically like, not exactly this, but paraphrasing, I love the Thunder, but I want to have a bigger role, which I thought was really interesting because now that you're losing, obviously now that they're losing and not winning, he's now upset about his lessened role because he feels like he can do more, which he's 100% right. But that's a little bit interesting to me that he's now willing to sacrifice the winning to get a bigger role. That just makes me think that whole team is kind of lost right now. I don't know. Like this loss, I feel like just shook them, but I don't know if it's enough for Presti to act on it because they do have like a good core. It's just they need some more pieces around it. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you think they trade up in the lottery, like people are saying, and get to like the top, like 6?
I don't think a top 4 team is trading with them. Like maybe like what is it? The Bulls have like 6 or 5.
I think the Bulls have 4.
Oh, so whoever has 6 or 5, I think could. I mean, I don't know. If you're one of those teams, you're gonna have to like you have to ask for everything. Like it's not just gonna be like an average move up in the draft trade. Like it has to be like it matters who you're trading it to.
I think the only people that they would either want Boozer, which they're not going to get into the top 3 or top 4 or whatever, and then the other one would be Yaxel, which they would probably have to go up to like 7 or 8 maybe.
Isn't
which
he
I don't
like
know.
30?
Yeah, but he's good.
They're win now.
He would fit really well for them.
I could totally see
offensively.
them getting Yaxel, honestly.
They have what, pick 12, right?
Yeah, so
Like
I think they have
12 and
18 or
18
something too. Yeah.
and 24 or something. They have 3 first-round picks.
So you send 3 of those and freaking Nikola Topic to Sacramento. You know whatever is gonna that stupid GM is gonna do that deal.
Got Perry.
Vivek?
Vivek's the owner. Yeah.
Oh, whoever will do that deal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
That's definitely going to be an interesting offseason for them. I feel like, I mean, people always say Presti's not the blow it up or make aggressive move type of GM, but they've got a lot of money coming in and a lot of young players that, if they haven't already signed their extensions, will be needing extensions soon. Like you mentioned, Casey Wallace, like he probably is like, yeah, I'm better than Dyson Daniels or whoever, someone like that. I'm better defender, better offensive player. He's making $30 million a year and they can't pay me that. So trade me somewhere that they can pay me that. I don't know. It's definitely gonna be it's interesting listening to like comments of players after they lose the series.
I saw a
Like
trade
James
idea
Harden.
of the
James
Thunder
Harden
go.
said that the Cavs are a better team than the Knicks. So you never know after a series what people will say.
I can't believe he said that too. But I saw a trade thing of the Thunder take Chet and one of their young guys, like probably Topic again, and like a lot of their good valuable picks, and they go and get Scotty Barnes, which I don't think Toronto does that, but that would make sense because then you get like a physical big 4-5 whatever to guard Wemby. But that to me is a panic move too, is to just get rid of Chet. But I don't know what they do. Like,
Yeah, there's no way the Raptors would do that.
no,
Scotty's like
definitely not.
their guy. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But-
It's definitely that type of trade though. Like I also am like I don't think they're gonna break up their big three, at least not this off season. Like I don't know. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna be
have to be
completely
they're
honest,
gonna
like-
have to upgrade at one of those spots. Like it's not gonna be like Chet for 3 players or something like that. It's gonna be Chet and something for a better player than Chet.
I would love to have Chet in Boston, and I'm not saying that as like a little Chet supporter. Think about how much Kristaps Porzingis, like a stretch 5, unlocked Jason Tatum. He would
Is
fit
Chet
perfectly.
a stretch 5? His
I
shot
don't-
takes like
I
4
don't,
minutes.
I don't
to
even know
load
what
up.
he is. I don't even know if he's an NBA player anymore after that game. Like I don't even know what he is.
He's joining the monastery.
I don't
think
want to
he would be
overreact. I don't
great.
know if he's an NBA player anymore.
I think he would be great in green, and that's all I gotta say.
I'm out on that. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, him versus Embiid, that'd be good. All right, let's go to the finals.
Left.
It's the Knicks versus the Spurs. It's going to be a great series. Michael, I always leave the ball in your court. Do you want to start with the crowd, or do you want to give your pick first for this series?
Oh, we're giving picks right now.
Well, an analysis. We can talk it through.
I don't know what you guys thought. Like, have you guys looked at the lines of this series? Like to win the
The
series?
betting
Do you know
lines?
what it is? Yeah.
I heard the Spurs were like minus
The
205.
Spurs
to win.
opened at minus like 210 or something like that, which I found crazy. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. I think the betting is heavily favoring the Knicks. Like the most money's coming in on the Knicks at that. I think they're like plus 160 or something like that. But
They're down to plus 155 on DraftKings.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm supremely confident, so you guys can talk me down if you want.
I don't know. I'm Mikey. I'm with you and feeling like the Knicks are gonna come out on top. Just because like San Antonio's been like pretty dominant for like the whole playoffs, but I feel like this Knicks team is just different than anything they've encountered. Like at least like on the offensive end. I think this Knicks offense is better than OKC, and they're definitely better than Portland, and they're definitely better than whoever the Minnesota, like who had like half of Anthony Edwards. And
Yeah, talk
don't
about
know.
cakewalk to the finals. Let's be real.
well, I don't know if
Portland
OKC
and-
is a cakewalk. but-
well, they dominate their mind. So
no, but like that's to the point of I think the Knicks are gonna, give the Spurs a much harder time than I think a lot of people want to believe. Because I think right now it's similar to this OKC San Antonio series where it was like everybody except for Thunder fans wanted the Spurs to win, and now it feels like everybody except for Knicks fans wants the Spurs to win. But I don't know. I feel like the Knicks are gonna come ready to play. I'm curious, like the rust factor for New York, because they haven't played also probably in like 9 days. And like that Cleveland game 1 series, like they were down 20 points before they won on that. I don't know if that was game 1 or game 2, but either way, they were down like 20 points and Cleveland just collapsed. And I don't think San Antonio would collapse in a similar way if they were up 20 points that late into a game. So I don't know. I'm not going to place huge emphasis on, the Knicks having not played in a while. Outside of game 1, but I think it's something to consider. And yeah, and then the Knicks defense, they've also been really good. I feel like that's a really underrated and under talked about thing in this playoffs, just because their offense has been like the story of that whole team.
They have the number 1 offense and the number 2 defense in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, San Antonio just beat like some of like the best like on ball like defenders in the sport, like Case and Wallace, like Shea to an extent. So I don't know. I don't know if how well the Knicks defense is gonna fare in that respect, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. What's that?
I'm confident in the Knicks defense, specifically how San Antonio's guards attack. Like none of them are great pull-up shooters. They're powerful guards, and the Knicks have powerful defensive players. Like they're not going to power through OG's chest. They're not going to power through Josh Hart's chest. Like you can power through Casey Wallace. He's a smaller guy. Like the biggest, bulkiest, powerful defender on OKC is Alex Caruso or Lou Dort. Like they're both 6'4", 6'5". OG is 6'8" and like 250. I don't know. I've listened to a lot of pods and I have heard all the people say what they want to say, and nothing has convinced me that the Spurs are going to win this series. Other than if Wemby decides to like force Cat to foul him 6 times in the first quarter in every game, and that's kind of the only way I think the Spurs win, which is definitely a possibility.
Allie, you've been quiet.
Are we giving our picks? I missed it.
No, we're just analyzing, but you can also give your pick if you want.
All right, we'll wait. How about we wait for the picks? I think this is going to be a really good matchup. I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited. Like Matt said, I kind of think the Spurs are going to take game 1, but that doesn't mean that what I think about the series anyways. I think the matchup for San Antonio defending this offense is going to be really interesting because I feel like they're going to probably start with Wemby on Josh Hart so we can kind of patrol the paint.
Just say what the matchups were in their last game.
Yeah,
which both teams were healthy. Wemby was on Josh. Castle was on Cat. De'Aaron Fox was on JB. And then I forget which order the other 2 players were in. I think Vassell was on Mikhail and Champagny was on OG.
Yeah, so I cannot imagine them putting Castle on Cat. That seems like was this the NBA Cup or was there a second game?
No, this was March something. Okay. March 1st. I think they played.
I was assuming they're going to put Champagny on Cat, which I don't love that for the Spurs. And then you probably go Fox on Mikhail, Vassell on OG, and Castle on Brunson is my thought. I'm not going to lie, I don't love those matchups at all. I think there's a Cat problem there. And you probably should put Wemby on Cat, but then I know he's not in the middle as much. But I feel like they're going to have to pick whether they'd rather die by Josh Hart's 3-point shooting or Cat's 3-point shooting. And you'd probably rather take Josh Hart and take that chance, even though I know he's gotten hot before, especially in like recently, right? maybe against the
made
Sixers.
He made 5 in game 2 against the Cavs.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't love that matchup. I know that they're not going to do it, but I wonder if they play a lot of, or maybe they will, but I wonder if they play a lot of double big and put Luke Cornett on Cat, so then Wemby can just, I don't know.
I think
I
they'll
don't love,
try Harrison Barnes. Like
I
he's their
don't love
like
that either,
only
though.
like they don't have any like power forward size players.
Carter Bryant, maybe?
Like Carter Bryant, that's another good option, but then the Knicks can hide JB on him. They can hide Cat on him on the other end. Like that, I don't know.
I feel like
It's
they'll put
definitely
Carter.
this is like I think the Knicks offense versus the Spurs defense is the storyline of the series. Like I
I
think the
agree.
other end is like sort of a wash. Like you could pick up a point here or there on either side, but I think that's the side of the ball that is going to matter the most in this series.
I kind of think they're gonna. Sorry, I just think that they're gonna throw Carter Bryant out there in like random 3-minute spurts and let him foul like crazy and just play like crazy. Anyways,
What's Mikey, as the Knicks correspondent, what's going on with Mitchell Robinson?
He did something that nobody will talk about. He got surgery on his hand. He broke his 5th metacarpal, aka the bone leading up to his right pinky. But he's probably gonna play in game 1 with a brace.
Okay.
I heard he punched
But
the wall.
He might shoot free throws left-handed, and like Mason Plumlee or Miles Plumlee or whoever did that and was nasty at it. So you never know.
Wow.
He might be a 70% free throw shooter in this series.
Because I feel like, yeah, I mean that would be awesome if he just like unlocks a free throw part of
Like
his
Kirk
game,
Heinrich when he got the mask.
shooting him underhand. Because I feel like I remember, I don't know if it was like the cup game or that blowout game in March, where Mitchell Robinson did like a really good job shutting Wemby down. And so I don't know. I didn't even know. Yeah, because I didn't even know Mitchell Robinson was injured until like today. I was listening to a podcast saying like he hurt his pinky in like a non-basketball activity. But I remember like that cup game. He did I don't remember how Wemby played, but the
Wemby was fine. It's just Mitch is like dominant on the offensive glass. He had 10 offensive rebounds in like 14 minutes in that game. Like pushing Wemby around. Like if you think Isaiah Hartenstein pushed him around, like Mitch is big boy.
Yeah. But I mean, San Antonio figured out a way around Hartenstein, I feel like, very quickly. But I feel like, I don't know, Mike Brown is maybe a better coach than Mark Daigneault. So I think in that respect.
A lot of Mark Daigneault haters on this pod.
I don't know. Like, what does he do?
That was a terrible series. Like, he sucks.
I don't hate him. He's just a guy, you know? Like, I don't.
He's a jag.
Yeah.
He like fucking mews at whenever anything happens, he's just like.
I've always been of the mindset that NBA coaches don't really matter, so I think he's all right. Last one before we get to our predictions. Michael, the San Antonio Spurs have Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, and Manu Ginobili all at their disposal. Mitch Johnson, might need some help, but those guys have been helping out a lot. Who's helping for the Knicks with the finals experience or previous?
What even is that question?
OG's got a ring. Come on now.
Yeah, OG's got a ring. Mikal was in the finals in Phoenix. Yeah. Mike Brown is a 3-time champion.
He ain't pop though.
Okay.
All right. Before we get to our predictions, we did have somebody join us on Instagram. _top sheet. He says, "Babe, wake up! Dubcast is live. YK, young Dougie Bone, the analyzer smart. And then he said, "Who's watching this at work right now?" Laugh emoji. So shout out to our supporters. Okay.
I'm
What are your
also
thoughts?
watching it at work right now.
Same. I'm at work. All right. Let's get into the predictions.
What about your
Allie?
thoughts on the series?
Yeah.
I feel like everything's been said. I mean, this is going to be an exciting series. I got a lot of
Who's your
passion
player
around
of the series? Wait, we should go around and say who will win.
Well, I have
MVP.
we were
From
gonna go. I
either
was gonna say
squad.
I have a pick for Finals MVP that could make us a lot of money. But my player of the series, I think it's gonna come down to Mitchell Robinson. I think it's gonna be important game 1 and game 2, and then he'll do his thing game 3 and 4, maybe at home. But what is his availability? Is he gonna be affected? If we just go hack a Mitch, that could be a problem.
Lefty.
Unless he unlocks, okay, he's gonna.
He's
shoot
shooting
with his left hand.
100% from free throw, Colin. Come on,
All
man.
right.
Let's be real.
Alright.
Come on.
But I think this is great. Like I've been self-admittedly kind of out in the NBA, but I think this series is bringing a lot of intrigue to it. You've got New York, you've got the best player in the world. Ali just said that. I don't know if I agree with that, but he's at least top 2 or 3. The Spurs are young cats. They're getting it together. The Knicks have like some veterans that have been around for a while. So I'm looking forward to this thing, man. I think I'm going to try and watch as much as possible. Ali and I will be actually in the middle of the seas watching games 3 and 4 and maybe 5 if it happens. So I'm excited for this. This has brought me true love back to basketball, and I'm excited to see what happens. And with that, let's get into the picks. So we'll start with, I guess we'll do series, and should we do MVP with the series or just? I think we'll do both together. So Ali, take us away with your prediction, the amount of games, and who's going to win Finals MVP.
All right. I know I was talking about that fucking Corgi in the group chat earlier, and I hate to do this.
Are you guys all taking Knicks?
I am going to take the Knicks in 7, and I'm going to take Cat as the Finals MVP because I kind of think that they have enough bodies to throw at Brunson, whereas if they do the Wemby on Josh Hart thing, Cat's just going to tear up. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Brunson as MVP, but I do think that the experience comes into play here. And I just think that I'm really worried about how the Spurs match up defensively with the Knicks offense. I just don't think that that's going to work.
Michael?
Before the playoffs, I had the Knicks in 6 over the Oklahoma City Thunder. And wait, did I win the bracket?
We're going to get to that after this.
All right. Sorry. I'm going to still take Knicks in 6. Win at home. The entire city blows up. That's the end of the world. The end. And for
That would be a
MVP,
really fucking sad way for the world to go out.
the
Just let
last
me
thing
put
you
that.
remember is the Knicks hoisting the trophy. How would you feel?
Depends on
If
what
I'm
game it
gonna
is.
pick like who actually will win MVP, I would say if the Knicks win, it'll be Jalen. If I'm picking like this is how you're gonna win a lot of money, I think it's OG. I was watching highlights of all the previous games. OG is wide open in corners all the time. The Spurs send a lot of help, especially how they played in their March game. They sent a lot of help because De'Aaron Fox was on Jalen and OG's wide open in the corners. And if I'm positive OG will spend a lot of time on Wemby in this series. If he can not shut him down, but do a good job on him, there's a decent chance that OG can pull a little Iguodala MVP.
Little Jaylen Brown, steal it from the best player on the team.
Disagree there. Andrew Wiggins. Oh, he didn't win, right? All right. Murph, we go to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see Wemby, start his GOAT case this year, but unfortunately, the lack of depth from the Spurs, lack of experience, and just the way the Knicks have been playing, I think he's going to have to hold off a year. But his day will come, but that won't be today or in 3 weeks or whenever the finals are done. So I'm going Knicks in 6. I'm going to say I don't hate the idea of OG being conference finals MVP because I feel like if they win in 6, that would his performance is going to have a lot to do with it. But to keep it different, I'm going to say Jalen Brunson is going to be your conference finals MVP, and they're going to win in Madison Square Garden, and New York City is going to burn down. Which it will either way, I guess, whether they win or lose. So, but it's going to burn down for a happy reason.
You guys baited me at the bottom of the screen. Betrayal. I thought Mikey would be the one to pick the Knicks, but listen, we sat in the same podcast over a year ago, and everyone said, "Oh, it's going to be easy for the Thunder. They're going to win in 5 to 6 games." I said, "Watch out for Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers," and I picked them to win. Maybe was I just trying to be contrarian? Who knows? But they got damn close. And this year, I'm going with the San Antonio Spurs. Nothing about this run has made sense. I think it's a flash in the pan, and they won't win for another couple of years. But I think they've got championship level experience through coaching. They got young cats, and usually, the young cats, they lose in like the second or third, or they lose in the second round usually. But they made it through the conference finals. They beat the best team in the NBA. The East is a cakewalk. The Knicks, yes, they've been great, but they've been playing bums. All right, I'm going with the San Antonio Spurs to win in 6 games. And finals MVP, one that nobody sees coming, Dylan Harper.
Bro,
Plus
all right,
15,000.
Wow.
He's going to be, Wemby, bro. And this is maybe some like bad voodoo, but Wemby kind of
Galaxy
sold
brain.
me the part. Wemby sold me Wemby sold me a fake prophecy game 7. I needed some more rebounds and some more points out of him. I think Dylan Harper is going to be like the bridge of like the glue guy. Like he's going to make tough shots. It's time to get De'Aaron Fox off the court and get Dylan Harper his shine in this finals. I think maybe Fox is like a stinker game 1 or game 2. I don't know. I feel like Wemby's minus 170, so it's boring to take. I'm going to go with Dylan Harper to win finals MVP as a rookie. Probably had never been done before. I don't know the historics of it, but I'm going with the Spurs to win in 6 games, and I will love to see Madison Square Garden after the Spurs win in their building, but I don't know. I actually don't have a ton of confidence in that after hearing you guys talk, but the Spurs are minus 205, so who knows what will happen.
What
There you
is
go.
Jalen MVP?
Plus 190. So we got Wemby's minus 170, Jalen Brunson plus 190, and then you balloon up to plus 2,000 for Cat, plus 4,000 for OG. Castle's at plus 5. De'Aaron Fox is at plus 10,000. And then Mikal, Dylan Harper, Josh Hart. All at plus
Mikal?
15,000.
What?
Yeah. Your guy.
It's Mikhail.
Oh, it's always the enunciations. Whatever.
Mikal?
Also,
Yeah.
double sleeper. Champagne, plus 70,000.
Magni, bro? What's Luke
Bismack
Cornett's
Biyombo, conference finals MVP.
Cornette's not.
finals MVP, not conference?
Whatever. Finals MVP.
What's Cornett?
If you put $10 on Julian, you win $7,010. So just putting that out there. Cornet is not listed. All right. Well, we'll see what happens in the predictions. We probably won't podcast, especially if the next win we aren't having a podcast.
All right. Come on. Let me solo pod it at least.
My first ever show that I'm not on. You can just talk to all my Syracuse friends about the Knicks. Let's get a bracket update.
Oh my god.
So if you've been following along, me and Ali have mostly been dead. Michael, you've got up to 21 points. Congratulations. You are now in the clear to win this thing. I have 12 points. Ali has 10. Me and Ali only have one Yeah.
Bro.
Me and Ali only have one possible point left by getting the amount of games correct. So, I had Celtics versus Nuggets winning in 7 games. Ali had Celtics versus Thunder, Celtics winning in 6 games. Michael, Thunder versus Knicks in 6 games. So, Michael, you can get up to 30 points if the Knicks win in 6 games. But great job by Michael. Don't think we officially agreed to a wager, but I think that's back-to-back championships in the bracket, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm just an ultimate ball knower.
Double champ. We can play the what if, though. What if Murph was able to get in and give his bracket?
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure Hawks in 7.
Okay.
So
Maybe it wouldn't have gone well.
yeah, probably good that's not in writing. Yeah.
All right. Before we send it off, let's get some quick. I liked what we did last time. Some quick hits on some NBA news. So Michael, your take on Joe Mazzulla winning Coach of the Year?
I love it. Give it to him. Let him hand it to some like fourth grader walking the streets of Boston just for fun because he doesn't believe in trophies. And yeah,
Okay. Allie, you had some harsh words maybe for Joe Mazzulla.
He won me $30, so praise Ja. Let's move on.
Cheers. Okay. NBA owners approved draft lottery overhaul. There's been a lot of to do about this. Allie, you just made a sigh.
I just don't care.
Okay.
I love it.
Then why sigh? That's garnered a reaction.
I just don't care. That's it. Like I don't know.
All right.
It's because you're a fan of a big market team. God.
I just
All
don't
these
care.
small market teams are getting screwed. No, I don't even think that's true. I think the draft is like 20% of team building, and everyone makes it out to be like 75 or 80% of team building. And do better at signing free agents, do better at retaining your own guys, do better in trades. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
fair.
I agree. I agree with that, but I feel like there's also teams like I don't know. Like I know the Grizzlies was like the one team that voted against
Yeah,
the
that sucks for
change of the odds, which
Yeah.
like I don't know, like it sucks or whatever because they're not the only ones in that position, but I don't know, they gave up Triple J like that pick that they got from Utah was like a big part of that whole trade, and now they're just sorry that pick isn't nearly as valuable as you thought it was. Like that's I don't know, that's kind of not great. It's like they had an agreed way of doing things like around the league, and then they just like Adam Silver just completely walked back on that. I don't know. I don't, in the spirit of fairness, I don't really agree with it, but overall I'm kind of indifferent to it. Like I think the fact that they changed it in the first place like years ago was stupid. So it's like just go ahead, just keep changing it. Like I don't know.
I think they should put it into effect after like next year or something, so that like the Grizzlies getting screwed kind of sucks.
Yeah,
The
they
Magic.
should have not had it backdated for 2 years. Like if they just said that they can, or like it goes into effect last year instead of 2 years ago for the relegation zone or whatever, and the Grizzlies would have been fine. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't think
that's
it'll
fine.
even matter for them because I
They'll
think
be good next year.
the Jazz are gonna be good. So
We'll see. The Orlando Magic have a new head coach, Sean Sweeney.
that's a Boston guy.
No, it's San Antonio.
Oh right, yeah, the bald guy.
Associate head coach.
Bro, the glaze on this dude talking about how he's this defensive mastermind. Like you don't have a fucking 7'5" player.
Wasn't he also the Giannis guy as well? A couple years ago.
Okay, well,
For that
Giannis ain't on the
championship run?
Magic. Like,
He worked with Jason Kidd in
It
Dallas.
might be.
eh.
He worked as a video coordinator with the Nets and then worked with Jason Kidd following him around. Avery Johnson, Dwayne Casey.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was
Congrats to
wrong.
the Orlando Magic.
I
I
agree.
thought they were gonna hire Tibbs.
I actually, it's probably a good hire.
Yeah, why doesn't Tibbs have a job? I thought he might go back to college or something.
I thought the Magic were the perfect spot for him. They were like a replica of the Knicks when he took over, with like Paolo being Julius. But
That didn't go super well though.
yeah, they went to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years, and then lost to the Hawks. But
Yeah, they didn't.
what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
76ers hire Mike Gansey as president of basketball operations.
Don't
All
care.
right, let's just end the pod. Like, we're just like itching at something that's not there right now.
Their general
Last one.
manager doesn't even do anything. It's all Daryl.
Daryl's out.
Daryl's out. What?
It's all their owner, or what's his name? The guy that came from the Warriors.
Dunleavy?
What?
No, Myers, Bob
Who?
Myers.
He's
He's
still
their
with.
president.
No, it was Maury that did the McCain trade.
Myers is like the head guy there. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Deb, look me up.
He's an American sports executive who's the president of Harris Blitzer Sports Entertainment.
Okay,
I
well,
thought Myers was still with the Warriors.
no, he was the commentator last year.
Is he the
For
one
the
that
Warriors?
said James Harden, you're not the system or whatever?
Okay, so following the firing of 76ers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey in May of 2026, Myers managed the team in an interim role while searching for a replacement.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
there you go.
So he's doing a
Well,
little
that's the
stint.
half right.
Until Gansey got hired, which I just mentioned, was thrown away.
No one cares.
I don't
about
know this
guy,
Gainsey
Gaines.
person. Yeah.
He's
Remember the
apparently
name.
well respected in league circles.
Oh,
Yeah, that always means a lot.
yeah.
All right, final thoughts before we depart ways here.
Was there any more?
That was it. Besides Rick Adelman passing away, R.I.P. Rick Adelman.
All right.
Fred, who's Giannis, Paolo, and Chet gonna play for game 1 of next year?
Paolo's playing for the Magic.
Chet's playing for the Thunder.
Giannis is not playing.
I don't know what Giannis is doing.
Giannis is holding out.
Oh, what about the
Yeah.
Celtics? The thing that said Giannis, Boston Celtics. Any
Nah,
credence to that?
Recent reports are saying Celtics are out. 'Cause I think Giannis is probably going to the Heat, but
What about Atlanta?
That'd be fun.
I don't know.
What if he goes to like Detroit? Is that
For
like possible?
Ricochet?
Yeah, the best number 1 overall pick ever.
Yeah.
What
Thoughts
about
on-
Cleveland? Yeah.
That could be
Nobody for
interesting.
Giannis.
I don't think the money works, but it could be fun.
Whatever. I'll make it work. I'd like to see that.
All right, let's fire up the trade machine and go another hour.
I'm down.
Put this next hour behind a paywall, Colin.
Yeah, we can't. ESPN.
Run the ad right now.
All right, add team number 1.
What?
Who are we
I
trading
don't know.
into?
I feel like
Cleveland.
there's going to be some big trade or there's probably going to be multiple big trades around the draft that people aren't expecting because of the draft lottery changes. People don't know how valuable their picks are going to be, and they're just going to say, fuck it, and trade.
Mobley straight up for Giannis does work, by the way.
Do it. Pull the trigger.
Why the fuck would the Bucks do that?
Obviously,
Like-
you're gonna throw in like every first round pick imaginable.
I don't know why the Cavs even do that.
Because I don't know.
Then
They're going all in now.
You think
And-
okay? You think a team of James Harden and Giannis are
I would-
making
that
it
would-
through a playoff run healthy and or
Abs-
winning?
I do.
Don't forget about
That'd be fun. I don't know. I think that would be. Why wouldn't that work?
Because they're all like 35.
They can play though.
That's literally the Lakers. I don't know.
Bros,
And
guys can still hoop. Damn.
I'm an old
We're acting like Giannis
old
didn't put up
basketball
15
player
or
hater.
20 and
yeah,
to win a
he-
ring.
Giannis was an MVP until he got
6
hurt.
years ago.
Well, MVP candidate this year. He was having like one of the best seasons since that MVP season, and then he
And
then he
then
got
he
hurt.
had 6 calf strains and
Yeah. But
Nice.
that was also like I don't know. Like I don't think that was all entirely injury. I think that was part like
Oh, I definitely agree with that, but
I don't
I don't know.
Fishy
I'm
stuff.
not very confident in Giannis the next 3 years being healthy and effective for like the majority of a playoff run.
What's your answer, Mikey?
That's just me. For Giannis, where he's gonna play,
For any of them?
I don't know if I think Paolo. I don't know. There's some contract thing. He's like poison filled or something. I don't know if he can be traded until like during the season. So that probably is gonna stay. Jet, I like if I was a Thunder fan, I feel like I'd want him to stay on the team and I don't know if they will trade him, but I feel like if they get an offer for moving up in the draft for a player and Chet and some of their picks, like I feel like they might have to do that to reset their books. And Giannis, I feel like Miami is right. Like that's the only team that I feel like would make a swing like that, knowing they would have like nothing left on their roster. It would literally just be Giannis and a bunch of G League guys running around. But Miami would do that. They're run by an 87-year-old guy.
Yeah, he's got to go. He's like,
Pat Riley culture. Come on, man.
I mean, nah, that team has been in purgatory so long, and it's entirely his fault.
He's still
like-
flicking it back though. Looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I don't hate
All
it.
right.
I do though.
Michael, would you be interested in a NBA draft companion stream?
I don't really know college ball that well, so maybe not, but
That could be your chance to gloat about the Knicks.
fine, I'll do it. Count me in.
Awesome.
Call me
All
when
right.
the Knicks are on the clock. At pick 30. And they also have the 31st pick in the draft. So look at
Back to
that.
back.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe see you then. Maybe not. We definitely won't be streaming if the Knicks win the finals. So congrats to Michael.
I
in
will be
advance.
streaming on this channel after the Knicks win. the
Can
finals.
everybody who picked the Knicks stream?
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Wow.
All
All
right.
right.
I'll switch my pick to Spurs then. Like,
Okay. Maybe some hostility as we head into the 2026-2027 season. Good luck to you, Michael, as a friend, as a fan. Fuck you. I hope your team loses. To everyone out there, thanks for sticking with
I
us.
appreciate that.
Made it through an Arcturus NBA season. So we'll see you for next season, if not
Yeah,
before
it's-
that.
is next time we're gonna be back doing like a off-season review in like September? Probably, right?
Unless we
Gonna
do
be
a
the
companion.
over-under pod.
Yeah.
Maybe I try out live streaming on a different channel and playing Twitch and just talking about the NBA draft.
Did we ever say what our over-under record was
I
on
cooked.
the pod? I was so bad. I was like 12 and 18 or something like that.
All I know is I don't know anything about the NBA, and I did better than one of you guys in both the bracket and the over-under. So, yeah, embarrassing.
What are you trying to say?
It's not that hard to know ball. All right, we're rambling. Good night, viewers. Peace out.